Okay, let's move on. Next is UCLA. Chip Kelly entering his fifth season as their head coach. 8-4 a year ago, 6-3 in conference. About 32nd last year in the power rankings and projected to be just slightly worse this year. Projected, though, to be top 10 on offense and then number 80 on defense. Does that kind of fit what you think about this team, or do you think maybe that's could be a little more balanced?
I mean, Dorian Thompson-Robinson coming back, I think this is at least year 5. I don't know if he is one of the super seniors
I think
or
maybe he
not.
started as a true freshman. I'm not positive about that.
He's been there for forever. That guy's
Yeah.
been there for forever. And by the way, he really fits like kind of that offense. Like you can't say that he doesn't know it. So the UCLA's schedule is like it's Cupcake City, man. Like so their first 3 games they play Bowling Green, they play Alabama State, and then they play South Alabama. So they're going to start out 3-0. And they have a couple tough games. They get Utah, they go to Oregon, and then they get USC. But dude, like that might be their only 3 losses like on this schedule. Like this team, I think can go 9-3. I think they have a bit of upside. They could beat USC. Like this is a team that okay, hot take here. UCLA has a better chance of winning the Pac-12 than USC. Like I know I'm just pissing off. Strike that. I'm really not making the Trojan fans upset. I understand that. I think UCLA has a decent chance. I think 10-2. I think 10-2 is doable. This is a team that actually went 8-4 last year. They beat LSU last year. They beat Washington last year. So you're getting your quarterback. He's there again for a 5th year. Tons of experience there. So yeah, there's some things to build on. This here is a possible dark horse, a team that I'm high on in UCLA.
Yeah, you mentioned obviously Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Zach Charbonnet, the running back, really good. And they brought in a couple transfer receivers, Jake Bobo, and I'm going to see if I can get this. Titus Mokiao Atimilala. I think I got it.
Nice.
I remember him. Notre Dame was kind of recruiting him back in the day, sort of. Anyway, I'm a little bit concerned about DTR from just the aspect that they went and got Dylan Gabriel out of the portal this offseason before he switched to Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me a little curious, like, because I do like DTR. Like, I do think he's pretty good.
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe they don't think he's amazing. And that's a little unfair. Like, obviously amazing is a high bar. But I don't know. SP Plus thinks they're going to have the number 8 offense in the country this year. And I feel like that actually kind of makes sense. Like, because I do like the team. We know Chip Kelly is not going to beat you with just stud recruit after stud recruit. He's going to beat you with a good system that his players execute well. And I feel like Dorian Thompson-Robinson has been doing this for a while, and he does know how to run that system. And they have a good running back and a couple good receivers. And they've been really good on the lines. I know they lost their offensive line coach, Justin Frye, to Ohio State. But I don't believe their offensive line is just going to drop off a cliff overnight. Like, I do think they're still going to be good. Like, their lines were the strength of their team last year. You remember watching them. I believe it was against LSU in their opener. Yep. And you don't expect the Pac-12 team to dominate the SEC team up front. That's what UCLA did in that game. I don't know that their defense is very good. And we know because, like, Chip Kelly, like, his weakness, of course, is recruiting. And defense is more about the Jimmies and Joes. So it makes sense that their offense is better than their defense. But like you said, that schedule, like there are a lot of just about guaranteed wins on that schedule. And at 8, I can get the number 8 or 8.5. I think I'm taking the 8 and going over. Just because, like, between the schedule and trusting the offense and the line play, give me UCLA over 8.
Complete agreement here. Can I get a little bit of love for my take that they have a better chance of winning the Pac-12 than USC? Anything there for me? Or are you not?
I don't hate it.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like
that's bold. That's bold, if nothing else, right?
They scored 62 points against USC last year.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't think USC's defense got significantly better this offseason. So, honestly, whichever team finishes higher in the standings or has a chance to make the Pac-12 title game, but could come down to that game. I would probably lean Oregon and Utah. But you never know. It might be one of these teams. UCLA has a shot, certainly. So I don't hate your take. I'm not sure I totally agree with it. I'm also not ready to say I disagree with it, if that makes sense. Like, very bold here, Vince. I realize that's not very bold at all, but I don't hate it. Any more thoughts on UCLA?
Okay. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, not really. I do like going back to the LSU game from last year. Shocking. That was absolutely stunning when they were just pushing around LSU in the trenches.
Yeah.
And that was like, yeah, that was absolutely something that like if they were going to beat them, like you could see them like UCLA maybe winning, but like it was going to be airing it out. DTR was going to be running around being mobile. No, they just physically just lined up and just ran the ball. And that was neat. That was kind of fun to watch. And you realize like, UCLA is they've been building something. This has been coming, by the way, for years. We've always thought that Chip Kelly, he's finally going to get his guy and his system, and it's going to work out. You know, like it's going to be back to like that zone read running attack that they used to do. So at Oregon back in the day, you know. So yeah, maybe this is it. Maybe this is the year for UCLA.
Could be. Don't hate it.